When you're trying to get lean, love handles can be a real bitch. That bit of fat that just won't fuck off no matter how many steps you do or how many salads that you eat. You drop some weight, you're feeling like you're doing everything right, the scales go down, but the love handles are still there. You've even got a bicep vein and they're still there. Today I'm going to run you through how to actually get rid of your love handles. Because the reality is, it's not about a magic food and it's not about a magic exercise, no matter what these fucking influencers try and tell you. It's all about consistency, adaptability, and awareness. So let's break it down. So first things first, unfortunately, you can't decide where you're going to store body fat and where you're going to pull off body fat. And a lot of the time for guys, the last place it's going to come off is the love handles. I get a really lean face before I get anything else. People think I must be absolutely shredded, but I just lose the fat from my face first. So if your love handles haven't changed that much, even though your scales are going down, you're not broken. It's totally normal. You've just not earned that just yet. You just need to keep going because it will come off. But now let's cover something that a lot of guys get wrong. They go out the gates too fast with something they can't sustain, right? They are doing excessive amounts of cardio, putting calories lower than they need to, getting up, they're cutting their sleep and getting up to do fasted cardio, right? I'm not against aggressive dieting by any means. In fact, for myself, I really prefer it because I don't really like dieting all that much and it gets it done quicker. But what we must consider is, can we be consistent and sustain this for the duration of the diet? That's what we need to remember. Because if we can't sustain it for the duration of the diet, or the phase of the diet that we want to utilize a more aggressive approach with, then we might need to rethink our approach. But here's another one, a big issue that I see all the time. Connor, I eat clean, but I just can't lose any body fat. I don't get it. And here's the truth. Eating clean doesn't mean you're in a deficit. And if you're not in a deficit, you're not going to lose any fat. Even if you're just eating chicken, rice, broccoli, fucking avocado, right? If you just eat those things, they're good, healthy food sources. But if you eat too many calories, you're not going to lose any body fat. And this is one of the biggest killers because guys are just guessing with their fat loss. They're not assessing. This is why I run a 14-day adherence check with clients. When they come to me and they're like, okay, things aren't quite moving how I would like, what I will always do is assess over a 14-day period. Right, are we being genuinely 100% adherent with what we have laid out, with your steps, with your nutrition? Have we got a bit lax with it? Are we guessing? Are we going over and not accounting for these calories? Because a lot of the time, it's not actually changes that you need to make. You just need to improve your adherence before anything else, because you get a little bit of diet fatigue and that drops off. You don't need to make changes for change's sake. You just need to give yourself a bit of a kick up the arse and be adherent again. But if after 2 weeks, you've been 100% adherent and you're not getting the level of results that you want, then we can look to make a change. A 5 to 10% reduction in calories or an increase of activity through cardio or steps. Now, I've already said you can't spot reduce fat, right? Does not fucking exist. But that doesn't mean we don't want to train, because we do. We want to resistance train to add shape to our physique. We don't just want to get smaller. We want to have an aesthetically pleasing physique where we're lean, muscular, and we look pretty fucking sick. And we're going to do that by building muscle. We can also assist the fat loss process by increasing our activity through cardio or steps. And through getting fitter through cardio, you're also going to feed back into the machine how hard you're actually able to push on your sets. Because if you're flagging because you just don't have the fitness to push past 6, 7, 8, 9 reps, whatever it may be, we need to fix that. Because for you to achieve the best results, we need to push towards failure. And if you can't get to failure because of your fitness, we need to fix that. So cardio is going to really help for 2 reasons there. And I would also urge you guys to prioritize consistent quality and quantity sleep, right? It's going to mean that you burn more fat, build more muscle, and it's also going to make being adherent to your diet easier because your hunger hormones aren't going to be all over the place. In terms of those resistance training sessions, I'm going all over the place here. If we can get 3 to 5 in per week, whatever you can do consistently, that would be great. In the description of the video, I will add in a 3-day program, 4-day program, and a 5-day program. It'll all be on the same link. so that you can have a program that you can run through straight away. Obviously, it's not going to be personalized to you, but it'll give you somewhere to start. Then underneath that, I'm going to link another video, which is a link to our rapid progression formula. So I would massively urge you to watch that so you understand how to progress on a week-to-week basis so that you get the best possible results from those gym sessions. Now, what I've already touched on is a big killer for fat loss is shit adherence, right? Shit adherence, shit consistency. And what I see all the time is guys crush it when life's great, when life's easy, but then things crop up. Work gets busy, family stress, you've got a trip, and then suddenly it all goes tits up. Because if you can't do everything, you're doing fucking nothing. And that then becomes, oh, I'll start again next week. Do you know what? It's the end of November. I'll start again in January. What the fuck? We are just leaving progress on the table by doing this. Instead, we want to have a plan that works for all circumstances. For my clients, I teach them this through utilizing our adherence builder. So we've got different gears. Gear 5 is when we can go above and beyond our plan. Life is easy, we're crushing it, we're cruising. Gear 1 on the other side is when life's a bitch. We've got a lot of stress, a lot on top of us, and we've just got less that we're able to give, right? And in these two circumstances, we're going to be able to do different things. But what I want you to consider is we always want to be moving in the right direction. We don't want to be moving backwards. When we can pre-plan our consistency through using these gears, we can assess at the start of the day, at the start of the week, what gear am I in? What are my targets for this week? Because something is always going to be better than nothing. And then we build out gear 5 and gear 1, and then we build out everything in between so that you can be consistent 365 in some way, shape or form. Because progress isn't just about how fast the car is going. It's about consistently moving forwards, not stalling, not fucking getting in a wreck, not getting in a car crash. So when everybody else is hitting a speed bump and then starting again on Monday or next fucking year, you're going to continuously move forwards. I break this down in detail in another video. I'll link that in the description of the video. Go through that, and then you'll also get a blank copy of the adherence builder so that you can go away and fill out your own. You don't need another crash diet, another detox. You need a repeatable system that allows you to get results. And then you need to be patient. And if you want my help to take all of the thinking out for you, so all you need to do is do, then book a call using the link in the description of the video. We can have a 15-20 minute chat about your goals. If we're aligned, we can then book in a bit of a longer call and I can talk to you about exactly how things work. I look forward to speaking to you, and I'll see you in the next one.